what are the essentials of stats literacy that business people need to know?
Uh, for me, the most fundamental concept in statistics that everyone needs to understand is variation. Um, it's funny because I remember for me, it was like a light bulb moment. Up when I was a kid, I never thought about variation. I never thought that like things were different. My world was very small. It was, I grew up in a small town. Um, I had my friends, and I just never thought about variation. I never looked at flowers and thought all those flowers are different sizes and they're all like slightly different shades of yellow. I never thought about variation, but when I first started learning statistics, I realized that everything varies. Every single thing in the whole world varies, and statistics is a way to cope with that variation and to quantify it and to understand it and to take advantage of it. And I feel like it is the core. I mean, is the core of statistics, in my opinion, is if you can understand that everything is always different, and that's kind of like a weird like Zen thing, right? The same river never flows under the bridge twice, that kind of thing. No, but everything is always different. There's nothing consistent anywhere. And especially in business, you got manufacturing processes, you've got customer service stuff. It's all variable, right? Uh, and statistics gives us a way of understanding that, quantifying it, coping with it, and taking advantage of it. And so I think that's a key thing. The other thing for me conceptually was visualizing residuals in many different contexts. That was once I was able to understand how a t-test can be thought of in terms of residuals, how ANOVA can be thought of in terms of residuals, how regression can be thought of in terms of residuals. Once I understood that concept of like it's all about the residuals, which are always different, by the way, so there's a lot of variation there. But once you can think about residuals, you can visualize all of statistics. You can just see it in your head. And so those are the two main ideas that I think are the most valuable for anyone to know about statistics, and especially in business or whatever, a place where you don't want to be a statistician. You just want to be someone who doesn't freak out when someone says statistics. Um, if you can visualize residuals and understand what that means, and you understand that there's always going to be variation, and you need to quantify it and understand what does that variation mean, how does it going to affect your business. um yeah, those are my two things.
Love it. Great answer. And I agree. Those are awesome concepts for everyone to know.